capital is unsustainable and unethical. So it's all the same things. It's about human capital and investing in that. Andhra Pradesh. To understand that, we must begin by understanding what Andhra Pradesh is and the statistics of it. So let's look at Andhra Pradesh by numbers. We have around 2.6 crores in male, 2.7 in female. So this means our female population is more than the males. Our age group, if you look at it, around 43%, the highest age group is of 30 to 59, which is a working age. And then the second highest will be 15 to 29 and 0 to 14, which is the educational age. So those are more important. And if we look at our agricultural sector, it's about 41%, industrial sector is about 24%, and service sector is about 35%. So these are the main points that I need to know going forward. So in tracing Andhra Pradesh's story, let's revisit the road on which our state's interpretive journey began. So let's have a recap of Andhra Pradesh's since the turn of the century. In 2003, Jagan began. In TDP ruler Andhra Pradesh, Dr. YSR began his state-wide Padayatra. YSR's accent in 2004, Dr. YSR became the 14th Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, representing the INC. Then from 2004 to 2009, there was a new era for Andhra Pradesh. Dr. YSR introduced a slew of innovative welfare schemes. 2009, he came back to power. Dr. YSR was voted back to power to serve the people in 2009 by the people of Andhra Pradesh. In 2009, again the same year, he was elected. Tragically his death was occurred, and Dr. YSR passed away in a tragic helicopter accident. In 2014, there was a huge division of state followed by the political turmoil and the Telangana agitation. The United AP was now bifurcated. So let's look at it. The Andhra Pradesh once invincible upward trajectory was dealt a deadly blow by the bifurcation, sending us spiraling towards an uncertain future. So in 2014, how were things? A state of prosperity turned into a state of infirmity. We set up to fail. This Shimandara was left with only 60% of the population, but 45% of its revenue was lost. There was loss of inheritance. Nearly half of erstwhile Andhra's GDP wiped out, yet 63% of its debts burden retained. Our spine shattered. 90,000 crores of reorganization dues unpaid. 55% of industry labor and 60% of SECs were lost in the split. But most importantly, our capital punishment that we got. Our capital city and our legislative bureaucracy, the capital of everything, Hyderabad, which was the administrative institution that was snatched away from us. This was one of the main implications. 2014 again, leaving us with a bit of despair. There was a political turmoil, uncertainty about the future, emotional distress, and most importantly, economic distress from everything that we lost but needed to be replaced. So Andhra solely needed a leading light to set the right priorities, steady the ship, and guide us through the troubled waters we were in. 2014 again, the people of our state chose what we saw. So after TDP was elected, this is from 2014 to 2019. Our economy, it's our meteoric rise turned into a tailspin. Economic growth strangled. It fell from 9.2% to 5.4%, from almost 7th best in India to 22nd best in just 5 years. There was a huge state debt by minus 1.69, the third worst of debt liability growth in India. 2.6 lakhs of crore debt created through 2014 to 2019. 15% of annual limit occurred in a single day prior to the 2019 poll. Our farmers, they were betrayed. 1,500 crore loan burden on the state farmers, 29 lakh families deceived by the false promises of a waiver, 93% of agricultural families, they were abandoned to their fate, 686 crores in unpaid ROG among 10 worst states in India. 1 in 5 women quit work completely. Away from achieving their potential, there was a minus 1.1% fall in education budgeting by the previous government across policy. 5,000 government schools closed, leaving several EWS economically weaker section students without an avenue to learn. Our capital, a priority that defied all logic. 1 lakh crore was spent on just planning for the new capital at a time Andhra Pradesh had staggering debt burdens to relieve from. The basic infrastructure in 5 years that lies unused till date. 30 lakh crores is more needed to make it usable. The deceptive plans exposed post 2019 review processes. So 30 lakh crores is needed to actually make their plans work, which is not up to trajectory, which doesn't work because this is the limit, it crosses the limit of our state's budget. Looking back, were our priorities right? All the reckless, illogical choices, promises broken, hopes crushed, poor destitutes left to their fate, prosperity but only for the 1%, lost revenues that never got replaced. Almost 80,000 crore of annual revenues foregone in losing Hyderabad but never replaced. Ultimately, at a time when our state needed to be set on the right track, the years that followed were something of a setback in 2019. By 2019, the people had realized that it was a now or never moment for their state. They decided it was time to act. As Jagan set out on his Padayatra, people came to participate in large numbers, discussing their priorities within the interaction, stirring a powerful public sentiment for change. He covered 3,648 kilometers in just about 429 days. A new era dawns, entered Jagan. A record state mandate won almost 151 to 175 seats, biggest victory margin in 47 years by almost 50% of the votes, the biggest voter turnout in 20 years, almost about 80% of the people voted looking to change. A mighty wave of popular support, a result not by few but by a decisive charge by Andhra Pradesh's electorate. Wrong priorities proved costly. The people's disillusionment with what they realized were ultimately the wrong priorities for their state. An unparalleled trust factor, the conviction that Jagan was a man of his word who would resolutely deliver on his expectation. Revolutionary Navaratnalas, a reformist, people-centric agenda that people believed would have the road back to prosperity. Visualizing what Jagan inherited in Andhra worse than ever before, with one of the worst debt situations in India of about 4.1 lakh crores. The challenge facing Jagan was of near insurmountable odds. 1 crore people classified as multidimensionally poor, 1 in every 3 rural children underweight, 2 in every 3 rural children anemic, 1 in 6 children deprived of primary schooling, 1 in 6 girls dropped out of secondary schooling. 93% of our agricultural households was in loan debt, the worst across India. 78 lakh rural women were in loan debt. About 1 in 5 quit the workforce completely. Over 89 lakh people were without a home or land of their own. This was when the TDP government was in power, and this is what Jagan inherited when he won. So, what did Jagan do to resolve all those problems? Jagan embarked on a journey of transformative reform, taking inspiration from his late father, Dr. Vaisar's principle, delivering on his words, investing in the people, uplifting the underprivileged, to forge his own distinctive government blueprint, which became the fundamental SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, based tenets of Jagan's governance. So let's have a look at everything that he did. So, decentralization, better local governance and services via the Swachh Bharat system, robust social security, reducing inequality via pensions, financial aid, healthcare, etc. Effective service delivery, delays, middlemen, corruption eliminated via DVTs and volunteers, welfare in saturation mode, providing benefits to all without prejudice or exemption. Women empowerment, female-focused welfare and political representations, inclusivity, BCs, SCs, STs, minorities at the core of welfare and governance. But most importantly, there was not a single citizen that was left behind. Everyone was taken care of. To understand the foundation of this approach, let's turn to the foremost global expert and ask what do they define as a good government. So let's look at Jeevan. As he said, if you want to leave more money in the hands of the poor, you just have to give them the money. Spending is the easiest way to revive the economy. Our APJ Abdul Kalam, former president, he said, empowering. Let's look at Desmond Tutu, amazing anti-activist. Universal education is an economic necessity to pave the way to making nations self-sufficient and self-sustaining. World Development Report of 2019 came out by the World Bank saying that developing human capital is an important determinant of long-term success. Governments have a critical role to play since poverty and inequality hinder many families from investing in their children's future and children's health and education. So, the number of Andhra's great engines of change. The Raitu Bharosa for farmers, almost 58.3 lakhs of farmers were aided, 27,000 crores of aid was disbursed. The Amma Body for mothers, almost 20,000 crores of aid was disbursed and it helped around 52.6 lakhs mothers. Vidya Divana for students, almost 10,000 rupees in scholarship was provided and 26 lakh students were helped. The pension Kanuka for the needy, 70,000 crore of aid was disbursed and 73.3 lakhs of pensioners were aided. The Asana for SHGs, 33,000 crores of aid was disbursed, 1 crore of SHG women were aided. Housing for the poor, 53,000, as you can see, 53,000 crores was spent on housing that helped 21.3 lakh of economically weaker section families. Arogeshri for all, 8.8 crores of medical bills were settled, around 16.6 lakhs were aided. Better water. Better water supply to all. Almost 50,000 crores of funds was allocated and 42 lakhs of tap installations were taken place. Family doctor program. 10,000 clinics were created and 54 lakh citizens were aided. The Bhuhaku Bhuraksha, 110 crores were spent till date and 7,800 habitations were surveyed. The Gram Ward in Sachivalam, 540 services provided, 15,000 secretaries were set up. The volunteer system, the 3.6 crores of service was delivered and 2.6 lakh volunteers inducted. Alcohol control, there was a drop in 28% of consumption in 2018 to 2019. 43,000 pet shops were shut. As Jagan said, I'm here not to rule but to serve, and he's proved it to us. What kind of returns have the Jagan's government investment in the people yielded? Let's look at economical section. At 11.2%, 8.5 lakh crores, now almost number one in 2021 to 2022. From 1.5 lakh, our per capita income jumps by 35%. AP climbs to the top 10. From 1.5 lakh, almost 17th in all of India in 2018 to 2019 to 2.1 lakh, which is 9th in all of India, a jump of 8 positions. Per capita expenditure jumps 43% in 3 years. Investing in the people, Jagan Mohan Reddy's government has raised per citizen's expenditure from 31,000 in 2019 to 45,000 in 2022. Net growth and rate reduced. From ballooning by 169% under the previous government in 2014, from 2014 to 2019, it has grown by only 58% in Jagan's term. Joblessness falls across the state and global economy. Despite global pandemic, urban joblessness falls from 7.3 to 6.3%. The rural section from 4.5% to 3.5%. Our industrial sector. AP remains India's favorite investment destination under Jagan's leadership. AP tops ease of doing business rankings for the third year in a row. 13.5 lakh crore investment in the GIS summit, highest in AP's history. Jagan's GIS brought in 13.5 lakhs of investment in 2023, higher than any prior government summit, to create 6 lakh jobs, consisting of 36,000 crores. 2 times increase in the MSME and jobs across the state. MSME have created 9.5 lakh jobs, 2 times more than the previous government. The industry sector supercharged with 4.4 times growth. Industrial growth in Andhra Pradesh quadrupled from 3.2% in 2018, which was 22nd in all of India at that time, to 12.8% in 2022, at third position in the whole in India. Agricultural sector. At 8.2%, AP has the 6th fastest growing agricultural sector. AP's agriculture sector grew 8.2%, 6th fastest in 2021-2022, up from minus 6.5% in 2018-2019. Income support to every farmer, even tenants. Jagan's Raitu Bharosa program has bolstered incomes for 53 lakh farmers at an outlay of 27,000 crores. Interest-free loans and crop insurance. Free crop insurance to 45 lakh farmers and interest-free loans to 74 lakh farmers at an outlay of 9,000 crores. 9 hours of free electricity for all farmers. 9 hours of free power being provided to all farmers compared to 7 under the previous government. Andhra Pradesh is India's #1 performer in agriculture sector. AP ranked first in agricultural practices in India with good governance under the Good Governance Index. Those on education in the last year, 33% more annually than 3 years ago, which was only 19,000 crores. Quality affordable learning through free reimbursement. The Vidya and Vasti Diva outlet. Modern infrastructure transforms school education. The Nara Nehru initiative has AP surges up in the center school quality ranking. AP has risen from 24th to 7th spot in education ministry's school quality rankings in just 3 years. Modern skill development transforms future. So college placements have surged 225% from 37,000 from 2018 to 2019 to almost 1.2 lakhs in 2022 to 2023, with a growth rate of about 68% in the offered salaries. Doubled from 7.2 thousand crores to 13.7 thousand crores per person. Expenses doubled from 1.7 thousand to 3.4 thousand rupees. Affordable and accessible healthcare under Arogyashree program. 1.4 crore families enjoy medical care in 1,800 hospitals at an outlay of 8,000 crores, twice of the previous government. Better natal care and nutrition for IMR and MMR both down. MMR fell from 62 to 45. The IMR fell from 29 to 24 due to better care and schemes like the Sampurna Bhushan. Dramatic overhaul in AP's medical infrastructure. 1,126 PHCs, 528 urban clinics and 5 multi-specialty upgraded, 17 medical colleges, 10,000 wireside clinics are coming out. Andhra Pradesh delivers one of India's best COVID responses. AP excelled in handling the COVID with India's second fastest first dose delivery and 99.4% discharge rate. Social justice. Tremendous increase in community welfare spending. Jagan outspends the previous government by 2.5% in community welfare, from 1.5 lakh crore versus 50,000 crores was spent before. Comprehensive social security net for the needy. At a cost of 70,000 crores, Jagan's government provided monthly pensions for 65 lakh seniors, widowed and disabled. The Janmabhoomi committees made a relic of the past. 2.65 lakh farmer village volunteers provided doorstep delivery of key services in AP to over 1.5 crore families. Dedicated income support for 21 lakh self-employed. Jagan's Toru Shield and Mahana Mitra assist 21 lakh self-employed communities at 4,400 crores. raising the bar for commitment to inclusion. In a historic move, Jagan becomes India's first chief minister to designate 5 deputy chief ministers to keep our women empowerment section. Story by Sarge Chittithoti has enabled 32 lakh EWS women to boost AP's economy via small businesses. Women reclaim their place in the workforce. Women have better service delivery via rural infrastructure. The rural infrastructure boosted through 15,000 villages slash power. What is the data trying to tell us? When the prior led witnessing prosperity once again. The last few years have been a period of many changes for Andhra, and yet there is always more to do. Jagan's endeavor to build a state every citizen can be proud of remains a work in progress, because the road to prosperity that lies before us is perhaps a never-ending one, a road in which we must continue on with great right priorities and the belief that a better Andhra is not only possible but inevitable together. So, now that we've seen what the government has done, let's take a closer look at some prevailing public myths about the work of Jagan's administration. Is the Jagan's government using taxpayers' money to distribute free handouts to the state's poor? Well, the well-defined eligibility rules linked to the rigorous criteria such as school attendance or academic performance. Only 4 states will maintain positive economic growth in COVID during 2020 and 2021. Is it true that Jagan's policies are running the state's finances and causing it to slip deeper and deeper into uncontrollable debt? So let's look at some debt that was inherited but not created. It is crucial to remember that Jagan inherited 4.1 lakh crores of debt upon taking office, on which 2.6 lakh crores was incurred by the outgoing previous government in the 5 years between 2014 to 2019. While a debt of such volume is arguably impossible to pay off in a hurry, the best strategy is usually to control it. Indeed, Jagan's government has already managed to slash the rate of debt growth by 3% from 139% to just 58%. Moreover, even when borrowing money to develop the state, the Jagan government only does so within the agreed limits. 21 to 2022, it used up just 70% of its permissible borrow limits. Contrary to the speculation, this debt does not imply a poor outlook overall. The government tax revenues continues to surge from 1.05 lakh crores in 2022 up to 28% year-on-year, and it has already more than half its revenue deficit from 3.6% of the GSDP in 2021 to 0.7 in 2022. Decisive signs of good physical health. In the recent years, the government has indeed built infrastructure. It just did so with a different schematic set of priorities. This means prioritizing the creation of services that are crucial to the 99% rather than the 1%, like education, healthcare, or water. Thus, Jagan's government has created new education infrastructure by rebuilding 37,000 government schools, water supply infrastructure by installing 42 lakh tap waters, and is creating health infra by building 10,000 YSR health clinics across the state. And that's not all. Jagan has also built infrastructure that will act as a facilitator for innumerable services. The government has developed 8,300 kilometers of road, created new governance infrastructure, home of 17,000 villages, secretariats, and built the agri-infra via 15,000 right to bharosa kilometers. Why did Jagan go back on his word to ban alcohol? It is meant to be implemented in a slow, phased manner to limit risk of backside. Thus far, the Jagan's government has focused on eliminating illegal source of consumption first up, closing almost 43,000 bell shops since 2019. These measures have led to a 30% eliminated and consumption on the decline. Small-sized licensed shops are also shrinking their businesses due to reduced clientele, with nearly 1,500 shut already. Will Andhra ever have a capital? Does the Jagan's government intend to create a capital for Andhra Pradesh? So, 3 capitals, 3 engines of growth. The Jagan's government goal for Andhra Pradesh is 3 capitals. This bold decision will unlock potential and enable inclusive development throughout the state. Within 6 months of taking office, the Jagan's government passed laws towards this end. Though the bill is currently undergoing legal hurdles, Jagan government strives to accomplish the goal of establishing three capitals, Amravati, Kurnool and Visakhapatnam, for the development of the populace. Defying expert recommendations and logic to choose a barren land as capital has cost the public money, opportunities and time. Further spending in Amravati would have pushed our state into a debt trap. The existing developed cities in Andhra Pradesh have been identified as the potential capital cities for the state, which will reduce the expenses 1 by 10 and requires less time, less effort, and fewer resources to develop three capitals. Is it true that Jagan is progressively destroying the industries of Andhra Pradesh? Well, numbers will tell you the story. Despite the way, in just 3 years, 1 lakh new MSMEs were set up in the state, employing 9.5 lakh people. Jagan's government is also focused on traditional industries as seen by the 14.5 lakh crore of foreign investments since 2019. Jagan's government has a 78% of MOU conversion rate, 93,000 crore, almost 93,000 crore of investment. 2 times in the previous government, new IT firms and large mega projects, SEZs, continue to come up in the state. Jagan is also actively future-proofing Andhra Pradesh's industry. 3 new industrial corridors, 4 ports, and numerous MSME parks, logistic parks, etc. are already in the works. Fueled by the transformative investment in human potential backed by the extraordinary change on the ground, Andhra Pradesh has emerged as an object of awe and envy both at home and abroad. So these are some of the people that have praised Jagan's government. Nobel Prize winner hails Jagan's efforts for the poor. Esther Luflo praises the CM for various pro-poor welfare schemes and for prioritizing women in the DBT welfare delivery. Nobel Prize winner Lord's Major Navaratna scheme. John Goodenough hails Momori as a crucial intervention for easing financial barriers to education and literacy. Indian government replicates Andhra Pradesh's Nadu Nehru mega success. Acknowledging Andhra Pradesh's path-breaking work in overhauling school infrastructure, the Union government launches PM Shri built on the blueprint set by the Nadu Nehru program. High honor for Jagan and Andhra Pradesh on the world stage at Davos Summit. The Davos Summit President Brin commends Chief Minister Jeevan for his active participation at the event and inducts Andhra Pradesh into WEF's global network of advanced manufacturing hubs. The Niti Aayog appreciates Andhra Pradesh's work on affordable healthcare. The Niti Aayog lauds Andhra Pradesh's Arogya scheme for providing 32 lakh families accessible treatment and insurance. Also makes a formal recommendation to the Union government for building a similar program for India's middle class. The Gram Sachivalayam innovation garners high praises from PM. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi praises the village secretariat system for revolutionizing how welfare schemes are brought to people's doorsteps, expressing hope that other state governments will learn from Andhra Pradesh and follow. That's it. Everyone, Andhra Pradesh's trajectory is still about to go on. So all these schemes and everything is not for us, is not to be just done in 5 years. So all I can tell you guys is let's still have faith on our government.
So now I would like to invite Dr. Manibabu sir, President of the IMA.
అందరికీ వందనాలు. ఎక్కువ భాగం టీచర్స్ ఉన్నారు అనుకుంటున్నాను.
సో మనం చిన్నప్పుడు పెరుగుతున్నప్పుడు మేము మా ఫాదర్ని చూసుకొని గ్రో అప్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. అంటే హీఈస్ మై ఐడల్. ఈ వరల్డ్లో ఎలా ఉండాలనేది అతన్ని చూసుకొని చేస్తాము. కానీ ఇప్పుడు కొంచెం పెద్ద అయిన తర్వాత నాకు సోషల్ సెక్యూరిటీ అని సెన్స్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత, ఈ ఎకనామీ అని ఒక పదం తెలిసిన తర్వాత మనం ఎవరి దగ్గర చూడాలి. సో వెన్ ఐ లుక్ అట్ ఆర్ స్టేట్, అంటే టు హూమ్ టు లుక్ అప్ టు, ఐ సీ జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి అండ్ హిస్ గవర్నమెంట్ యాజ్ మై ఐడియల్ leader, as my ideal idol to look up to. So మనకు ఎలా అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి వాళ్ళని చూసి వాళ్ళ డెవలప్మెంట్ ప్లాన్స్ చూసి మన అన్ని నవరత్నాలు చూసి మనకేం అర్థమవుతుందంటే అతను ఒక మనుషుల్ని ఎలా డెవలప్ చేయాలని ఫస్ట్ చూస్తారు. మన యాజ్ అ పీపుల్ హౌ టు డెవలప్ అస్ యాజ్ ఎవ్రీ సిటిజన్, నాట్ జస్ట్ ద రిచ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ద పూర్ పీపుల్, all kinds of citizen, and that's how we grow the state. We develop the people, then we develop our economy, then we develop the state. So me as an IB bachelor, I'm an IB graduate from Bangalore, but as I'm going to the US, to New York to study for further studies, I'm feeling proud. I'll feel proud to tell everyone that this is my state, this is my government, and yeah, that's about it.
Where do you collected this data from?
This data is available everywhere in the internet. This is not any kind of fabrication. You can find it if you search. Andhra Pradesh has been growing at a steady rate, has been going at a pace which is visible to everyone, which is visible to all the people, which is helpful to everyone, and this development is done. It's done by him for all of us. So I think we should always have faith in him. We should still have faith that he can do better, and this will be better. That
What
is,
is a single word about Jagan and Jagannath Reddy government?
I think Jagan Mohan Reddy as a person, now that we've seen he has helped us, he's helped everyone so much. Great. He's a great leader. He's a great person. He is a great as a leader, if you look at him, he's done so much for the people. It is evident that he wants to do good. He's here to serve. He's here to serve, not to rule, and he's proved it to us.
ఉద్యోగ విభాగం రీజనల్ కోఆర్డినేటర్. సో హౌ యూ ఫీల్ అంటే మీ బాబు ఈ ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఇవ్వడానికి మీ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ ఉందా, లేదా ఈజ్ ఓన్ ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ బై ద జగన్ గవర్నమెంట్?
డెఫినెట్గా వాడు ఇన్స్పైర్ అయితే అవుతాడు. అంటే మనకి నేనైతే ఏ ఫీల్డ్లో అయితే ఉన్నాను, నేను ఇప్పుడు మెడికల్ ప్రాక్టీస్లో ఉన్నాను. రెగ్యులర్గా మనం పేషెంట్స్ని చూస్తుంటాము, వాళ్ళు సర్వీస్ చేస్తుంటాము. వాడు దాన్ని చూసే పెద్ద అవుతున్నాడు. సో ఆఫ్ లేట్ నాకు ఈ పోస్ట్ రీజనల్ కోఆర్డినేటర్ పోస్ట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత వీఆర్ ఇన్ టు పీపుల్. సో మనం గవర్నమెంట్ గురించి వాళ్ళు తను చేసిన వర్క్ని ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేయడం కానీ, వితౌట్ ఎనీ ఫ్యాబ్రికేషన్ ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేయడం కానీ మల్టిప్లై చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. చేసినట్టు చెప్తే సరిపోద్ది అన్న పదం చూసుకొని తనకు కూడాను ఒక జస్ట్ తన 12th పాస్, మీరు చూసుంటారు ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఎలా ప్రజెంట్ చేశాడు. తనకి బాగా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంది. అంటే వాడు రేపు యూఎస్కి వెళ్తున్నాడు. యూకేలో మన న్యూయార్క్లో మ్యాన్హాటన్ యూనివర్సిటీలో డిగ్రీ ఫైనాన్స్ తీసుకుంటున్నాడు, బ్యాచిలర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫైనాన్స్. సో ఫైనాన్స్ వాడి సబ్జెక్ట్స్ కూడా ఎకనామిక్స్ అండ్ స్టాట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో దాంట్లో కూడా ఈ స్టాట్స్, ఈ ఎకనామిక్స్ చూసి తను బాగా ఇన్స్పైర్ అయ్యి తనే నేను ప్రజెంట్ చేస్తానని చెప్పి మా టీం ఏదైతే ఈ ప్రజెంటేషన్ చేశారో వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నుంచి ఆ తెలుగు వర్షన్ కాకుండా ఇంగ్లీష్ వర్షన్ తెప్పించుకొని ప్రజెంట్ చేయడం వల్ల తెలుగు కంటే కూడా ఇంగ్లీష్ వర్షన్ బెటర్గా ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే కొన్ని మిత్స్ ఏదైతే ఉన్నాయో అవి తెలుగు వర్షన్స్లో లేవు. సో ఇంగ్లీష్ వర్షన్లో మిత్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో దానికి మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇవ్వడం అనేది బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఉంది దాంట్లో. సో ఈ ప్రజెంటేషన్ చూసిన ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి కూడా నచ్చుతుంది. ఆ స్టాట్స్ అలా ఉన్నాయి. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు పావర్టీ, పేదరికం అన్నది ఉంది కదా, పేదరికం అన్నది ఒక డెఫినేషన్ ఉంటుందండి. పేదరికం రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ఎవరు తీసుకోవాలి? పేదరికం అన్నది నీ వల్ల నా వల్ల వచ్చింది. ఎందుకంటే మన ఉంది షేర్ చేసుకోవట్లేదు కాబట్టి పేదరికం వచ్చింది. అంటే నా దగ్గర 10 రూపాయలు ఉందనుకోండి, 10 రూపాయలు నా దగ్గర ఉంటే పక్క 0 ఉందనుకోండి, మనం ₹1 వాడికి ఇచ్చామంటే వాడి దగ్గర పేదరికం పోయినట్టే. సో మనం షేర్ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు పేదరికం అవుతుంది. అలాగే జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, ప్రతి ఒక్కరి మీద ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు అంటే XYZ అని చెప్పి ఈ సెక్టర్ ఆ సెక్టర్ అని కాదు, ప్రతి ఒక్కరు అందరూ ఈక్వల్గా ఇన్ఈక్వాలిటీ తీసేసి ఈక్వల్గా చూస్తున్నారు. సో దాని ద్వారా డెవలప్మెంట్. ఇప్పుడు డబ్బులు చేతికి ఇస్తేనే డెవలప్మెంట్ వస్తుందని చెప్పి చాలామంది ఇంటర్నేషనల్ అక్లైమ్డ్ పర్సన్స్ కూడాను చెప్తున్న మాటలు అవి. సో దాని తగ్గట్టే జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు కూడా చేస్తున్నారు.